we will talk about a resolution, a reaffirmation of the resolution that has been passed in the Manipur Assembly. 24 hours ago, there was a resolution in Manipur Assembly about discontinuation of the SU agreement. A second resolution has been reaffirmed, and let me read it out to you. The sudden mushrooming of new villages at the alarming rate at various locations in the state directly pose an existential threat to the indigenous population of Manipur. The number and the data speak for themselves, and I will say this again, we are not going to play politics on this crucial issue. So Biren Singh is also saying, today, the Manipur Legislative Assembly took a significant step by reaffirming a resolution passed on 5th August 2022. It is a firm belief that the implementation of the NRC in Manipur is crucial for safeguarding the interests of the state. Biren Singh has again tweeted 1 hour ago, the sudden mushrooming of new villages at an alarming rate at various locations in the state directly poses an existential threat to the indigenous population of Manipur. The number and the data speak for themselves, and I will say this again, if we are going to play politics on this crucial and complex issue, we are going to sink. There is another tweet which he has done. I'll straight away go to Group Captain B. Nandakumar Sharma, spokesperson, Delhi Maiti Coordinating Committee. I'm also joined by Dr. Thombing, Assistant Professor, National Law University. Mr. Sharma, first to you and then to you, Mr. Thombing. Mr. Sharma, a very important statement.
Yes, Kartikeya, it's a very important statement, and the Assembly of Manipur has reaffirmed the abrogation of suspension operation with SU armed groups, and also the immediate implementation of the NRC, which has been passed in the Assembly. It's a very welcoming step by the state government, and the people are happy listening these resolutions, and the central government now should not delay to act on these resolutions and immediately give directions to implement the necessary groundworks. Kartikeya.
Very well put, very well put. Brijesh?
Well, I think, the NRC could be implemented, but I think, if you look at the overall situation which is there in the state of Manipur, I think, if you even want to implement this particular NRC, you have to wait for the atmosphere to become far more conducive than what it is right now. I am nobody to get into the merit of NRC there or not, but what I personally feel is that this kind of assertion, yesterday the abrogation of SU and today the reaffirmation of NRC, it can spiral the situation out of control. The violence can further continue. That is my limited fear as far as this.
I'm also joined by Major General Ashwini Swat, but first to you, Mr. Thombing. Two very important decisions have come. Reaffirmation of the faith on the NRC, and second, the Chief Minister of Manipur clearly stating that the demographic shift is creating problem for the indigenous population. Your thoughts on it, sir?
It's a 2022 resolution, which like Brijesh has said, it has come up during a very tense moment in Manipur, whereby, in fact, there's big concern of what is the fabric of Manipur by now. And like I usually say, in an idea of republic, majority will have their way, but minority will have their say. So I believe there is a broad consensus on it. Whatever the political situation of the Kuki-Zo MLAs are here, and then whatever their stands are, whether they oppose it, whether there was a consensus or not, at the end of the day, they are the elected representatives of the Kuki-Zo community. And I believe that if the NRC has to be conducted, there has to be a very broad SOP with regard to it, and then the ways and means by which it will be conducted would be very important. And another point that I want to make is, at the moment, people are trying to assert this idea that the state is partisan, and taking the situation and then the other arguments and then the counter narratives that are there. Of course, it is the prerogative of the state to declare it, but then Manipur is a composite of many other ethnic communities. Let's see what happens in the days to come. Thank you.
General Sivaj, a very important tweet out has happened. You see, Assembly is in session, General Sivaj. So, if you recall in our discussion on Thursday, we spoke about the SU agreement being scrapped. A reaffirmation of 5th August 2022, the resolution that was passed happened in Manipur Assembly today, in which they are saying NRC should be implemented, but Manipur Chief Minister again tweeted saying that there is visual data on number of villages coming up in the areas in forest and hill which are posing a threat to the indigenous population. And he has immediately tweeted this out. So, it's basically NRC and foreigners coming to Manipur is the key. That has become the key. I don't think, one can be more explicit than that, sir.
Yeah, Kartikeya, but this is a fact. What has been said by the CM, this is a fact which is happening, especially in the border area which are porous, where you find that as far as Manipur is concerned, there is a Chin population which has come from Myanmar and settled down in the hills of Manipur. And they are the one which are involved in cultivation of poppy and all. And remember that there is a heavy pressure on this population in Myanmar, and over a period of time they have come and settled down here. So there is no denying the fact this is having adverse impact on the demographic pattern in Manipur, and also the security implication which are becoming bad to the world. But my only question is the timing. We have no doubt that NRC must be implemented with the base year of 1961 in all the northeast states, because there have been influx of certain refugees and foreigners which are come and settle down, and that threaten you the security of the country, also the demographic pattern of these area. But my only concern is that once the environment is surcharged now, will this be a better time to implement, or wait for the situation to normalize and then implement in a phased manner along with the rest of the country? That's the only issue. But rest, I fully endorse that as on today, the biggest problem as far as the nation concerned is influx of the foreigners which have come and settled down in our border areas, be it in northeast or be it also other state. These people must be sent back. They must be sent back to their original country, because they are not only putting pressure on the existing population of the country, also they are trying to change the demographic setup of these states, and which will have adverse security implication in time to come. Kartikeya.
Mr. Sharma, how big is this issue of the villages sprouting up in these areas? I mean, say, is it substantial, huge? And as Chief Minister put it, I would like to read it out for our viewers again, because this is the remark made by the Chief Minister Biren Singh, and I'll read it verbatim. So everything is put in context. The sudden mushrooming of new villages at an alarming rate at various locations in the state directly pose an existential threat to the indigenous population of Manipur. The number and data speak for themselves, and I will say this again: if we are going to play politics on this crucial and complex issue, we are going to sink.
Yes, Kartikeya, I would like to give the details of the population growth or number of villages growth. I have a data which is already available in the internet. I will just mention few districts or few places where cookies are dominated. Like let's take Chandel. Chandel is a place where cookies are majority. Number of increased villages is 296. In Tengnoupal, it is about 258. In Kangpokpi, it is 452. And in Surchampur is 560. And there is a new place developed recently, and it's called Fairswal, and it is near Surchampur. There is 62. So total number of villages increased by the cookie-dominated area is almost about 1800, whereas the rest of the communities in the Manipur, they could increase just 180 approximately from say last so many years. This is the amount of say exponentially increase in the number of villages, which definitely shows the increase of population, and which cannot be happen in the normal way of population reproduction by say natural. So it has to be from the from other bordering states. So it is very alarming, and it is a great national security threat for India as a country. So we must take it very seriously, and what CM has said is absolutely correct, and data is available for verification.